Hello everybody, my name is Jedi, and with me on the couch today is my firstborn son, Pyro.
What's going on, guys?
We've decided that what we're going to do from now on out, and it'll be in the comment section, I want you guys to please comment and tell me if you like this style of what we're going to do. We're going to start answering a lot of questions both in the comment section as well as in video format, because the comment section only gives me so many characters and sometimes the answer is more involved than that. Plus, I tend to have big thumbs. It irritates the crap out of me when I've got typos and I won't go back and fix them because sometimes I'm in a hurry and I get a ton of mail. And I don't have a problem with that. I love reading it. I'm glad you guys are watching me. So we're going to do this like this. So after a while, when the video is up, then we'll go back and we'll look through the questions. We'll research what we don't know to try to get you the right answer, and then we'll just do it in a video format. So here we go.
Alright, first question comes from Airsoft AZN. Why put the scope on both receiver and rail? I was always taught to never put an optic on both body and Riz.
Well, basically, Airsoft AZN, I'll be honest with you, the reason mine is like that is because this is a long optic. I've got the rings set as close together as I possibly can, and there's just really not enough real estate on top of the receiver. Whoever told you that you cannot do that on the rails and the receiver is right to a certain point. If you have Riz rails that are utilizing the D-ring instead of being a free float where it's fixed onto the barrel nut, then you're going to have that wobble, and that's going to throw off your aim. But this case, this rifle has the Mad Bull TRX battle rail by Troy. It has, the thing about WE is it has real steel barrel threads, and the barrel nut that came with this one went on there perfect. I tried the AMP on there with the AEG barrel nut and it just wouldn't thread. I would have had to have rethreaded the body. If you find yourself having to do that with the WE, for about 20 bucks you can pick the tool up at most airsoft shops. I don't think we have it at RX yet, but you can turn that and just cut it to AEG, and then you can just use about anything. So if you're planning on building a DMR with the WE, I highly suggest you use the Mad Bull Troy TRX battle rail. Another reason is that the eye relief I have, I'm old, and that's just the way I had to set it.
So the next question comes from Uplift Sleet 1974. I live in Idaho. Is a gas gun a good idea, or is it better to stick with my GMP AEG?
Well, dude, to be honest with you, do not let cold weather keep you from enjoying a GBBR. There's always the opportunity to find an indoor arena. If you do not have one close by, then basically, here I did this video on the King Arms GHK conversion. Now, I'm an M4 purist. I'm a gas blowback purist. I want to have that bolt going back in the buffer tube. I want as much recoil transferred to my shoulder as possible. For me, it's all about the realism. And I took a hell of a hit doing this video from some of my friends. But once I sat down with them and they saw, they're like, oh, okay, Judd, I got you. The thing about this gun, the GHK conversion in the King Arms, one, it's nylon bodied, nylon buffer tube, which is solid. There's no buffer in there. It has the adjustable LE stock, and I believe a 5 or a 6 position. I can't remember which. The gun is incredibly lightweight. It has a metal Riz that utilizes the D-ring. Very little to no hop-up adjustment. The gun fires flat. It doesn't hop up. It doesn't hop down. Left or right, it shoots really straight. It has a consistent rate of fire between 18 and 20 rounds per second. And there is virtually no cooldown. And when I first experienced GHK magazines, the first M4 magazine, I bought one from Evic for my GMP Challenge kit. Total garbage. I know some of you out there will disagree with me, but that magazine was a filthy, nasty mess. It felt like it was covered in brick mortar. You had to jerk it out of the mag well, and for me, I want my mags to fall free when I'm doing a reload. I don't have time to pull them out and go to the dump pouch. In CQB and I'm inside a building, when I hit the front door, I don't stop till I get to the back door. Unless it's clear, I don't slow down. It's bang, bang, boom, bang, the bullets, in and out, done. I have time to pick my magazines up on my way out the door. So the GHK mags just really didn't do anything for me. So this gun out of the box already had two strikes against it. One, it was nylon mainly, and two, the GHK. So I put like 13 or 15-second gas charge in this magazine. I did 3 mag dumps, which I do on video. And this gun, the LM4, will get condensation and practically freeze up like a block of ice with 2 mag dumps. 1 mag dump, it is really cold and noticeably cold. The GHK was no colder than this suppressor right now at room temperature. That's how cold it was on 3 mag dumps. It was ridiculous how it was not cooling down. So I would like to think in that instance that that gun would be perfect for colder weather. If it doesn't function all day, it's definitely going to function longer. Plus, if you have other AEGs with metal bodies such as a KWA, G&G, it will take that as long as you're replacing a version 2 gearbox.
Alright, the next one comes from Marie Dirt Biker in 808. Do you have a video that explains how to maintain a GMP GBBR?
No, Marui, I don't. I have one that has all of my M4s laid out on the table in the field strip state. And I meant for it to be a maintenance video, but it basically turned into what I use to maintain them. I can tell you right now, verbatim, what you want to do is your thin silicone, such as your CRC or your P-Force aerosols, you want to save those for the exterior for your body, because especially the LM4 has a rust issue. And I've noticed rust spots coming up on it here and there, and I've been trying to pick up my maintenance schedule better. With my health issues, I haven't been able to do that as much. The internals, thanks to my good friend Pussy Lover, that's God, it kills me.
You're a sick man.
RVLS.
Hang on. There's
U.
RVLYSSUP.
Okay, that's his username, but you gotta say it backwards. But anyway, he told me to use dielectric grease, it's pure silicone grease. So that's what I use on my internals, on all of my internals, my pistols, my GBBRs, the internals, except for my nozzles on the MK43, is dielectric grease. It will not harm your O-rings at all, and it has a thick viscosity, which means it's going to stay on the parts longer. When you're using a gun that has the fast cyclical rate that these GBBRs do, you're going to burn that silicone oil off quickly. So you're going to find yourself doing a lot of oiling and upkeep and go through a lot of silicone. At $6 a bottle or $4.95 a bottle, that's as cheap as I've seen it in a P-Force. That's a little much for how much you have to use it. So when you use the dielectric grease, you can expect to pay about $10 for a tube of this stuff. It's about that big around, about that long. You can get it at AutoZone, O'Reilly's. Most of your major auto parts stores carry it. And you just don't want to get that in your nozzle because, like I said, it's a thick viscosity and it could gum up your nozzle. Save that P-Force and the CRCs and the light oils for your magazines.
The next one comes from Delta Viking.
Wait, I forgot one more thing, Marui. Any moving part, screws, springs, the roller bearing on top of your hammers, if your gun has that, make sure they're all tightened down. The recoil in these rifles will jar things loose and you will lose parts. It's not the manufacturer's fault. These things shoot so hard, it just happens with vibration. Okay.
Next question is from Delta Viking. Hey Jedi, do you recommend this over a WE Scar? I have no FPS limit in my country. Which would be the best? I'm running on a 350 USD budget, US dollars. Thanks for in advance for your valuable opinion.
I'll tell you what, Viking, hell yeah, man. I know why you got your username. No FPS limit. Cowboy up. Man up. This is why we've got vests. This is why we have full face masks. This is why we have long sleeves. If you can't take the heat, in my opinion, get the hell out of the kitchen. This whole 200 and 300 FPS crap indoors, No wonder some people don't call her hits because they don't feel it because you got this little sissy BB hitting you like bouncing off your gear. I mean, I'm a firm believer in safety, and as long as everybody on the field observes the safety, you try not to take headshots. But then again, some morons out there will do that and try to get away with it.
Yeah, boom,
So
headshot, not on the airsoft
you know,
field.
so therefore you have the FPS limits. In a nice close knit group of friends where you understand an ass whipping's coming. Uh, yeah, I mean the higher FPS doesn't bother me. Um, the WE is basically, this is not, they call it a pro player's gun. I call it an experienced or seasoned player's gun, especially with GBBRs. And the reason being is the WE can be finicky. The internals on these things are mostly the zinc that you hear about all the time. It's not a very high grade metal. And once you get a WE, I highly suggest you go to RA Tech and pick up steel lowers and maybe a steel bolt carrier group and maybe the CNC nozzle for the gun. Tweak it out, put a Reaps bucking in there. Oh man, we're talking about one sweet badass rifle. Last you forever. Now a lot of people will say the RA Tech parts are a weaker, milder steel. Come on, it's airsoft, guys. These things only shoot so hard. And now there is a lot of violence going on inside this gun. Don't get me wrong. But die cast steel is plenty strong enough. As long as you don't be going in there and putting real steel this in, real steel that in, and expect an airsoft gun to handle it. It's just not going to happen. And then you come to me and say, oh, Jedi WE is a piece of crap because this broke and that broke. And the first thing out of my mouth is, what do you got in it? If you've got this angry gun stuff in there, it's your fault. So RA Tech steel lowers and bolt carrier groups are all nice. They can make these guns almost invincible inside. There is going to be some tuning that you're going to have to do. Another reason why it's a seasoned player's gun. Um, Now, CNC steel, and a lot of people say the LM4 has that. It does not. If this thing had CNC steel internals, the price tag will be way higher than what it is. I mean, look at it. It's $379.99 at most retailers. If the Magpul edition with the fancy schmancy body, they jack it up by another $100. And there is no CNC steel in this gun. Actually, the buffer lock, if you go look at Booby M4MH's channel, you'll find out that the buffer lock is not steel either. So you go putting heavier stuff in these things, you have to expect to pay the consequences. So yeah, man, put some steel lowers in this and a steel bolt carrier group and make sure that everything you replace it all. Don't expect a steel bolt carrier group to go into this, knock this zinc hammer back and not knock the top of it off, because it will do it. So make sure you upgrade everything in it. The WE, once you spend the extra $125 for the lowers,
Yeah.
and if you want to spring a little bit more for the steel bolt, which you don't really need to, but if you wanted to, you're probably about $600 into this gun, and I'm going to tell you what, it's going to last you for a good long time if you take care of it. The LM4 is a gun for the player who just wants to have one out of the box that they can play with and not have to worry about tuning it, and it's a good thing, because one thing about KWA is they're proprietary as hell. KWA doesn't like anybody playing in their sandbox. They don't like anything but select people making parts aftermarket for them, and that's a fact, not fiction. So the thing about KWA is, like I said, I love them, but they are a nightmare to find aftermarket parts for. Booby M4H has modded the living crap out of his. But you have to understand, as Pussy Lover says, Booby M4H plays a Dremel like a violin. The man's incredible. Hell, he made a buffer lock out of a pin punch, out of cold tool steel. Who does that? He's like the MacGyver of airsoft. He's the MacGruber of airsoft. I mean,
Liberace of a Dremel.
yeah.
It's
So
ridiculous.
he's awesome, man. He's a hell of a guy too. But if you want this gun and you're going to want to do internal upgrades, sorry, it's just not going to happen. Not until more parts come out. You'll probably see RA Tech come out with a lot of different stuff for this gun. But it is absolutely perfect for the new user to have a high grade airsoft gun for not a lot of money, have mostly steel, and not have to worry about it. This gun is for someone with some experience in tech work, or knows somebody who does, or lives close to blowback armory, or another area, or airsoft GI, or EVIC for that matter, and has access to a qualified tech.
All right. This last question, and it is the last one that we have on the video, it is incredibly long, so it's going to take me a little bit to read it. This is from Aspen Peaks 11. Hi Jedi, really like your videos. I'm pretty sure you get this question a lot, but I really need to know. I'm really new to the whole airsoft world. I've been more into paintball, especially with GBB guns. I really want to get a GBBR and have been looking at the KWA LM4 for a while now, thinking that it was the gun for me. But now I've been exposed to many other GBBRs, such as the WE, the GMP. I'm beginning to get confused and slightly overwhelmed. So I'm guessing what he wants to know is, of those three, which one would probably be the better for somebody starting out?
What's your opinion?
My opinion, to be perfectly honest, if you're just starting out, KWA. Because, like Jedi said, it's a plug-and-play weapon. You pull it out of the box, you hit some gas into it, you put some BBs in, lock it back, and you start going. Anything WE and GMP is all tech work. Everything it takes, you have to put in brand new parts, you have to tech it out, you have to mod it to you, and seeing as how there's a bunch of aftermarket parts, like he said, it's a more advanced player's gun. I prefer the WE, mostly because of the way Jedi did it. I'm a sniper, I like that. However, I'm not with all the teching that Jedi has. I am learning, so it is going to take me a while. Shut up. But I do like the KWA because it is a hard-hitting weapon, and I truly do enjoy it.
He knows he's been shot with it.
And I have been shot with each and every last one of these guns that is in this house at least once.
You suck so bad.
But that's okay. I hit him on the trigger finger, which he won't admit to. But if you do want a weapon that you're just now starting out, go for a KWA. It is the weapon for you. However, once you start getting more into the GBVRs, get a weapon that you can actually tech out and make your weapon. A WE, a GMP. I'm not going to say GHK because, yeah. But go with a weapon that you know and can actually play with right out of the box and get started with. The KWA is probably your best bet.
Okay, first of all, let me say this. I got shot in the hand, which resulted in my point of aim dropping.
Yeah, and then you shot me in the testicles.
Which that's my part to say, which resulted in a cross shot.
Which he's very excited about. However, he also doesn't remember Garage TQB, where I shot him 4 times. And then he cheated.
Okay. Now, out of those, dude, let me say that it's awesome that you're getting confused because it shows that you're learning. And GMP WOCs, if you buy a challenge kit, this goes to everybody out there that has bought a challenge kit. Today, I got this awesome comment from a guy, said he just bought his challenge kit, put it together, went by my video on how to do it, but the first thing he did when he ordered the gun was he ordered all steel internals and all from the same manufacturer. When he put that gun together, there was little to no tuning, and now the gun is beast. Okay, this is one of the cheapest ways to get away with a GMP WOC is to buy the challenge kit. There is absolutely no difference in the body between the pre-assembled and the kit. There is absolutely no difference in the outer barrel. There's absolutely no difference from the inner barrel. The only difference is you have to put it together and the internals flippin' suck. Okay? They suck. So when you turn around, let's say you probably sink $180, I would say fairly.
Yeah.
In say all element or all GMP steel or all prime. Oh my God, now you're talking major. But when you invest in all those internals, you put it together the correct way. You have the proper tools. I'm talking about a punch set. I'm talking about a pick set. I'm talking about an armorer's wrench. We sell the speed wrench over at RX. The thing is freaking awesome. One piece CNC'd out of one billet of aluminum. Absolutely wonderful for your delta wrench and your barrel nut. Once you have all the proper tools, man, you don't want to be in there with a cold chisel and a hammer turning that barrel nut, because rednecking it's not going to do anything but damage your gun. So once you get done with this, you're probably looking at somewhere around $300 to $400 that you've sunk into this challenge kit, plus shipping, unless you used EVIX free shipping. And then what you end up with is a gun that is the exact same as the $650 gun that you're getting from Weapon Blender, that you're getting from eHobby Asia, or any of these other places. Same quality. But the beauty of the kit is that you put that gun together. You teched it, you built it, you know how it works.
It's you.
And the beauty of it is you know how it works. I will tell you right now that Booby and I created a monster with John J. Rambo. I love him. And he calls me up and he says, Jedi, you know, man, hook me up and show me how to do this. And
It's crazy.
we went, yeah, it's crazy, man.
I love you, John.
Crazy. I wish I had my sunglasses. Crazy, man.
And a Terminator mask.
Yeah. Where's my sunglasses? Find me my Rambo sunglasses. I'm kidding. Stop, eat your dinner. But it's like, he he started putting these kits together, man. I'm talking about he's putting real steel stocks. He's putting real steel all over these guns, and he's selling them on eBay for an incredible price. So basically, he's selling them for almost less than what he's got in them, just because he is now a gun building freak.
And he's damn good at it, too.
He's getting better. There's no lie about it. The Decepticon.
Yeah, I really like that one.
The Decepticon. This is the Autobot. Love you, John. Love you, bro. Dude, you rock for real. Guys, these are all real close-knit friends of mine. Go over to their channels. Pussy Lover, Maximus MJG, the Indebted One, Knuckles GSM, John J. Rambo 1. Go visit. If I've left anybody out, please excuse me. But, I mean, these guys are incredible. I'm kicking around the idea of approaching them all with the idea of us all coming together and having one YouTube channel that all of us can contribute to, and dedicate it, call it the Gas Armory or something of that nature, where we can all contribute videos on gas guns on one channel and all come together as one knit unit.
Kind of like Gas Guns Info meets Comic Book Men.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of, sort of. But, yeah, dude, basically, man, if you get yourself a GMP and you want to do the challenge kit, that's a good way to learn. Don't get mad at yourself if you screw it up. Go slow. The instructions suck. Go watch my channel. Go watch John J. Rambo. He's got a really good GMP challenge kit build video out there. Way better than mine. Go watch that one and build your gun. Or just, if you don't feel like doing that, just go buy one that's already pre-assembled, because there's so much out there for a GMP that's just...
It's unreal.
Yeah, it's unreal. It's just a whole plethora out there. This gun, the LM4, is going to limit you to what you got on it out of the box. This gun is going to limit you only on your internals from RA Tech. After you're done inside, other than putting in a tighter bore barrel, because it comes with a 6.03 factory. And then you're unlimited to what you can do externally with this rifle. The GMP, dude, you're just like in Candyland. Is that what Tony Stark said? The last 4 floors is all like R&D and
oh yeah, it's Candyland.
It's Candyland. I would love to get in Maximus's shop for 5 minutes. I'd love to get in Pussy Lover's shop and just dual wield his Glocks, man. This British guy, LaRue LaChou Custom Shop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's that guy I was showing you that was building all these Kimbers.
Yeah.
Amazing, absolutely amazing work he does. Guys, there's a whole wealth of information out there. Listen to the ones who know. Listen to the ones who are going to give you the truth. You will never hear me say all good things about WE. I just told you their paint sucks. I just had one of their pistols blow up in my hand. KWA, go on and look in some of the boneyards. Look at some of the broken guns there. There's just as many KWAs in that graveyard as there are any other maker in AEGs. I will say that one of the most solid, if not the most solid creation from KWA was the MP7A1. I absolutely love it. I asked him for another one for Christmas so I can do it in a different paint scheme. And either that or LM4 MOE.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you got that?
Yeah. I think maybe, and you hear a bunch of people talk about the only GBBR M4 that will never take a crap on you, which I've never held one. I don't know about Jedi, but I'm pretty sure that they're like the top of the line is in an Akatsu. And
I love this kid.
And as much as he wants one, I am never, ever probably going to be able to frickin' find it unless I go out of country and sneak back into the U.S.
Go steal it out of Booby's garage.
I thought about it, I'm not going to lie. But
watch your LM4, Boo.
It's like, it's the only one that you see on these videos that it seems to never, ever break. Ever.
It's got its flaws.
I mean, everything's going to have its flaws, but it's like one of those ones that you never see. It always shoots true. I don't know if it's just stock or people are upgrading it. I don't even know if upgrades are readily available.
Dude, did you see the new B grade that Red Wolf Airsoft had just released a video on yesterday?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, crap. Kicks like a horse. It's just like chugga, chugga, chugga. And
there you go.
It's got like some kind of a hole in the receiver that they call it a B grade. I don't know if they just like made a bunch of them, they all got screwed up, so they decided to come up with a cheaper one. We're talking, no, seriously,
I know.
because the hole is a little bit bigger than the other one, but the dust cover covered. Go watch the video. You know,
so, Red Wolf.
Yeah, Red Wolf Airsoft.
Just
go
released
watch
it
that
yesterday.
Sexy, $760 for an NO.
And which is worth it in my book. If I'm gonna pay close to $1,000 for a gun, it's only gonna be in an Akatsu or something I build myself. If I'm gonna put that much work into something, or I want it fresh out the box, if I want it fresh out the box, I'm getting an NO.
Dragon.
If I'm gonna build it myself, then guess what? I'm not a fanboy.
Stand by the camera.
I'm not a fanboy, but if I want to build something from the ground up, WE or GMP.
So I'm going to leave you guys with this. This has been the question and answer. We rambled for a little bit. I want to thank you guys for watching my videos. I want to thank you for coming over. I want to thank you for making everything possible for us. I really want to thank you for supporting the sport of airsoft and getting out there and being honorable and loving one another and doing the right thing. And I invite you all to come down here to Western Kentucky and roll with Team Honey Badger this spring, because 6 millimeters, .25s, it's like a Hallmark card. It's when you're carrying up to send the very best. And you have to be careful because Padawan's only 5 foot tall or 4 foot tall.
He's a crotch shooter.
He's a crotch shooter. This is the Jedi 270 and
Pyro 270.
Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.